Hello, one and all. Thank you for coming on to doing these conversations about around goals and targets. We've done episode 1, and this is episode 2 with Mr. Osman Mockley and Dr. Paul. So we are going to start now. Conversations around goals and targets. Last time we talked about different goals and targets. We talked about the things that inhibit you and the things that you will need, such as accountability and commitment. And today we are going to talk about two things: who you need to get to that goal and what you need to get to that goal. So I'll throw it open first to Dr. Paul. So now that you've set out your goals, you've written your goals, you've broken down the numbers, targets, daily, weekly, monthly targets, and then the thing is, so who do I need to get to that goal? Can you please throw some light on that? Over to you.
Okay, and thank you very much, Stephen. Hi, welcome to everyone. There's this saying, I think, I'm not sure what it is you used, Stephen, or author that made the statement the last video we had, was it said that contacts are contracts, and that's very important. And what I want to add to that statement is contacts are contracts, and also know that your network is your net worth. So when you know that your net worth depends on your network. Basically meaning the people you have around you, the people in your network determine what your net worth is going to be like. So you want to have you want to be a billionaire. Get those that have billionaire capacity, get those billionaires around you. Have a network of billionaires. And you see yourself, because there's a statement someone said, a perspective someone brought up one time, that show me those around you and I'll show you who you are. So have that network around you, have that companion, those people around you, and it shows who you are. And the thing about it, if you've ever heard, there's this statement that talks about the very important questions in life and the W's, I think 5 or 6 W's, the who, the what, the why, the when. Now, I'm going to focus on the who. And here we're talking about who you need to make it in your business. And it's basically here, not just about me, but who do I need? Who are the people which another perspective would be, I need to use other people's resources, other people's time, other people's efforts. Who do I need? What are the people that I can leverage on to be able to make it in my business? And for me, they're just 5. Right now, saying them. 1, partners. You need partners. Everybody in business needs partners. Everybody in business is collaborators. And there is a difference between a partner and a collaborator, but let's go into naming them, the partners, collaborators. Everybody needs employees in their business. You need people that will be able to do the work. You need customers. You need customers and clients. You need those that are going to be able to purchase your stuff. And then you need those who are going to talk about you, who are going to be your brand ambassadors. Those, even if they don't like you, they hate you, but they're going to talk about you. So those are the broad 5 people I know that you need in your business. All right, Stephen?
Yeah, thank you very much, Dr. Paul. So you talked about the people that we need to get to our goals. So I'll reiterate again, we've set our goals, we set our targets, we've broken them down to numbers, and then so the next thing is to go after the people that can get us to our goal. So we set a financial goal of whatever, $270 million, and then we broke it down to numbers, targets, we've done the math, and then we need to know who are these people that can get us to that goal. So I'd like to ask Mr. Mockley. Dr. Paul talked about people that's an interesting thing before the last thing he said. He talked about people that hate you, get people that get people talking about whether they hate you or they like you. And I don't know if you could throw more light on that and see how you can turn the so-called that hate you, turn that into marketing ammunition for you.
Okay. The truth is, thank you very much. Nobody wants anybody hating them. But the truth is, wherever you are going, there will always be people who do not exactly support your cause. If there was somebody, I mean, Jesus could find people to hate him. You should get ready. You will be hated too, be it in your business life, even if you're doing the best of best, because Jesus Christ is only going about healing and preaching and telling people to do the right things, but they still found people to hate him. So, but I think hate is a form of admiration, right? Because that means you are doing something that is getting noticed.
Yeah, the step.
So I think, yes, in your business, you need to be able to get attention, and you need to find a way to be able to grab attention. Many people do grab attention in different ways.
Yeah.
We have found people who, this lawyer, Festus Keyamo, when he came out first, he was making a lot of noise, challenging the establishment and all that. But really, he was really advertising himself, advertising his business, and people who didn't know about him will begin to consider him when it comes to situations they had that they need a lawyer for. So you need to be able to grab attention in some good way and keep attention, because the money goes where the attention goes.
True.
So
like
while you have partners and you have collaborators and you have joint ventures and all those kind of things that you do to try to advance your cause forward, you'll also have to find a way to continue to keep attention. Because once people are talking about you, something, it can be converted to money. You may not be converting it to money now, but it means that you're holding people's attention. And once you're holding their attention, you can get them to spend money. All right. So I think that's what I would say about, hate. I think it comes with the package. It just comes with the package. If you are doing something right, then get ready for it. Just it should be an indicator that yes, you're doing something right. Of course, you should objectively look at it to see if you're missing out in if you're doing something wrong. But more often than not, you're doing something right. Yeah.
Okay. Okay. Thank you.
Over to you, Steve.
Thank you very much, Mr. Mockley. Okay, so Dr. Becky is joining us now, but I will get to how much later. So Paul talked about who we need. He talked about contacts and contacts. He talked about collaboration, partnerships, employees, customers, people that talk about you positively and negatively. So he wants to, and then Mr. Mockley has helped us to see how we can even turn those haters and use it as marketing ammunition. Because once you have attention, it's going to go in two ways. It's either people will like you or people will hate you. And once you see people hating you, means you're getting the attention. So we'll segue to what you need, what you need to know to be able to get to your goal. So we've gotten the fact that you need people to get to your goal. People have those monies. People have things you need to get to your goal, right? So hence the phrase, "Who has my money?" So I want to get to the target audience. I don't know, should I drill deep into the target audience? Let me see. Okay, so let's drill a bit down to target audience, right? So there's which comes first, the product or the target audience? The target audience or the product? So it's one of two things. Is it the product and then you look for the target audience, or you have the target audience and you get the product, or is it your skill or you develop a skill and look for the target audience? So which which I see Mr. Mokli has unmuted his mic, so I think he wants to go first. All right, over to you.
I think I want to quote Steve Jobs, who,
Okay.
if not anything, not just because everybody raves about him, but because he has a product that has made a difference and the whole world is using it.
Yeah.
And so he definitely knew where he was going, what he was doing. And he said, do not start from the customer. He said, do not start from the technology.
Okay.
You start from the customer experience.
All right.
Right. So in other words, you start from, yes, he says, so you start from the experience.
Yeah.
What are the amazing benefits, the kind of experience, and when I say experience, I mean that you meet the needs and that your solution is easy to deal with and that it is enjoyable to deal with. And
Okay.
so I can put experience under those three buckets. And so there are three, I can put them as three levels of experience.
Okay.
That one, it meets the needs that the customer is looking for.
That's first.
That it is easy to use.
All right.
And then, so you might be competing at a level where the experience is every competitor in the market's product meets the needs. So you can take it a level higher by making it that, okay, it not only meets the need, but it's easy to use, user-friendly, right? And if your competition jumps to the same place, then you say, okay, let's take it to another level. It's enjoyable to use. It's a pleasure. It is referable. It is, you understand? It's an experience, right? So back to your question, I think it all starts with the goal.
Okay.
And after you decide on what the goal is, then you decide on the, like I said, the vehicle that's going to carry you there, right?
Okay.
Or let me rephrase it. Coming from the last meeting, the last video that we did, you start with the goal, break it down to number, right? So you have to do the math. That means we haven't decided on what solution or product we're using as yet.
Yeah.
Right. And we do the number. So say the goal was 270 million, right? So there are a number of ways you could go at it. Am I selling a product that is 1 million? That means I need to go and get 270 million customers. Sorry, I have to get 270 customers to buy my product.
Yeah.
Or am I going to do lifetime value packages that some packages 3 million to get that package where I build an amazing offer, right? And one of these days we should talk about offer and how to build an amazing offer that makes your customer, makes it impossible for them to say no, makes it an irresistible offer, but we'll talk about that some other time. Okay. So you begin to think about the vehicle. If it is a 3 million package, then I know I need 90, I believe. I need 90 customers.
Yeah.
So that begins to let us see the kind of vehicle we need. Or is it a product that we could sell for 5 million or for 10 million? Then I know that I need just 27 customers. So it all depends on, what we're doing and what's before us. So having done the math to know how we disperse it, then we now say, okay, so what product can we package together, or which service, which product and which service and which solution can we put together that we can charge for this and it will make sense? And how does it make sense to the customer? One, the customer wants it. Two, the value you are bringing would seem like 10 times the products that you're offering. So that would mean that the value you are bringing, if you're charging them 5 million, should at least seem like it's 15 million service you're giving them.
Okay, so you're delivering more than.
I don't know how you're going to do it, but you need to think about it that way. Yes, everybody
Definitely
wants
more.
to think like they got a good bargain.
Okay.
Yeah.
Right. So you need to think about creating, and sometimes sometimes you need to stack it. It's not just the products that you give, but the service that you give behind it, the value you bring, the connections you bring, the bonuses that you bring to bear, all these things matter. So how you stack it, sometimes people do business with you just because of the bonuses, just because of the network attached to it, just because of the attendant benefits to the main product. Right. So I think that's how I would approach that. You start with, what is our overall goal? And even how do you decide what's our overall goal? Initially, when you are first starting, you should think about what am I earning right now that I'm trying to replace, or what are my expenses right now?
Okay.
I think that's the first place. Your total expense, the cost of everything, the real cost of everything. And real cost is not just financial, it's in terms of stress, in terms of inconveniences, in terms of regrets later in life. When you put it all together and say, okay, what's my monthly real cost? Right? And then what will make sense? So that becomes the target. And then you use that target, or what is the payoff? Yes, maybe I've worked for so amount of time and I've not been able to really hit my target. So what is that? What's going to make me excited to get back into the game? So that becomes the pay of the targets. And so you set as a target and begin to divide it into, how am I going to do it? Is it 3 products of two? So that'll be 270 million divided by 3, or is it going to be 10 products? That's 10 million times 27, or is it going to be 1 product, 1 million? So you now have to come up with the packaging. Now this is not profits, right? You're just trying to do revenue, but you have to come up with the math, find the solutions, and then find a way to move forward, right? Many businesses in trying to do this are doing all kinds of connections, to get. I mean, you find if you travel a lot, you'll find in the hotel business the Star Alliance. They know that they themselves will not want to do all the effort to try to get the business. So they try to come into an alliance with different hotels, and different hotels come into this alliance so that they can gain from each other the benefits of the network. So that's why partnerships is not just your customers is who you need, but partnerships who you need, collaborations is who you need. So you need to begin to think about that. People in Nigeria, we have Koshcharis connecting with BMW in a partnership, right? So that partnership, Koshcharis alone wouldn't have been a strong name in and by itself, but by collaborating with the name BMW, the brand becomes bigger. Right? Okay. Collaborating with Ford, and also all these collaborations is it could be a partnership that is long-term collaboration and maybe short-term. You see, partnerships will allow you to carry on the name of the brand that you're trying to partner with. So whichever way you're going at it, you need that kind of connection in your business to take you to the next level. Many times we can't do it alone. We need somebody to take us to the next level. So the same way you are putting in effort, I will finish with this. The same way you are putting effort to get customers, 270 or 27 customers who are going to give you 10 million. You should also put in effort to get partnerships. You should put in effort to get collaborators, JVs, and the likes, because some of them, it may be that you may have to get 5 customers and they will provide the rest, right? Because of some kind of partnership that you guys created that led to the income that you make. So there's nothing more powerful than an idea whose time has come. And I think this is an idea whose time has come. Don't always go it alone. Partnerships, collaborations, these are the people who's got your money, your customers, your employers. So don't start, back to your question again, do not ever start with the product. We've got this technology, so therefore it can do this and this and that. And many people do that. You should start from the experience. And the experience, like I say, I always break it down to the experience starts with meeting the need. And then ascending it to easy and then enjoyable. Take the mobile phone, take anything that you've used before in the past. You see it at first met the needs, then they've migrated it. Now it's cool. You know, the mobile phones we use now, we have hands-free. Before it was just headphones. We're taking it to another level, right? Before we used to charge with cables, now we can just, do wireless charging. We're taking it to another level, and so
I see.
Just think about it, how you can apply it in your business. I think time is running out on us, but Mr. Steve, that's what I'll say towards that.
Thank you. Stephen, just I hope, Stephen, can I just make a 1 minute, 2 minutes listening to if you did that? I like the question when you talked about it just brought a scenario to my mind, and while Otno was talking, I totally agree with the things Otno said, but just brought this scenario into my mind. You know, you said which is more important? Which one do you need first, the product or the target market, right? I just want to ask a question: which is needed more, the chicken or the egg? No, it's a scenario dependent. And I'm like, and I thought, yeah, is it the chicken or the egg? You know, and
I don't know if does that apply here, really. I need to think about that one.
I will put it to you this way. It's a perspective I've heard before, and the guy was trying to put it and then try to tie it in with this scenario of what do you need first, the product or the target market? And then he said for an established business, what do you say for an established business who already has it, like an Apple, like Apple now, they have these products, right? So for an established business who maybe already has, okay, the product is what's been moving, they feel okay, they already have the customers, so they need to be innovative in their product to get more people to come in. Or people maybe will feel that, okay, they don't have a good product, they maybe have the customers or things like that. He said it could be, but he said for a startup, it becomes a little difficult because to show, the point I'm going to get to is that both are inseparable. You need both, because for you to be a startup, for you to be able, I wrote down something the guy had said. I just want to read it. He said something about, he said, in the case of a chicken and the egg, both need each other. Also, for the case of the target market and the product, both are inseparable. He said, because, you know, if you basically are a new business going into it, how do you determine what your market needs, right? And if you don't know your need, if you don't know your market's need, how do you determine what products to give to them? So before you get into give two products, then you need to know what their needs are. And then, Jordan, this is all coming back to what you said about the experience, because it's also very important. And as I said, I like the way you came at it. It's not, you didn't put into whether you need the product or you need the target market. You brought in, you need the experience. And from that experience, you can do. And he was saying, you can look at everything else, but when you're talking into the product and the target market, these two you need to work on both at the same time, because you need the product to get your target market, you need that target market to get your product. So you're still going to, at the end of that's why he brought in the scenario, which is for then first, will you say the chicken or the egg? So if you're going to say both are needed, you need the chicken to get the egg, you need the egg to get to the chicken. So both are needed at the end of the day. So also both the target market and the product are needed. But in getting to them, as you brought in the experience from Steve Jobs, the experience is what creates that impression of, oh, this is going to be good, this is going to be good. Then you think on, okay, what product do I need to, who is my target market? And this is what they'll need. This is what like Steve Jobs says, the people don't know what they want. But for him, he already had his marketing. He knew the young people wanted music. When I was thinking on the iPod, he knew they wanted music. He just had to make it that I need to bring the music closer to them and in a small device they can carry about, not carrying boom boxes and all that. So he just created the little iPhone and then so yeah, basically his target market was his mind. He knew this is what they needed, and then he basically got the product. So that kind of thing. So that's where my mind was on. So I just remember the scenario, and I'm like, oh, I'd written somebody talking about which is better, the chicken or the egg. So that's what basically just to add into what Opinel said.
We should go for both. So
in the sense that you basically the balance of the two will help. Yes. Which in time with Opinel saying, yeah.
Startup.
Sorry, Stephen.
Focus on both the target audience.
Yeah, startup
and the
product.
And the product. The target
especially because of the research you're going to do as starting up, you've got to have a target market in mind. And you've got to know, to have that target market in mind, you've got to know what their needs are. So what you know is what their needs are, is what you provide solutions for. Yeah.
Okay, so you're also saying that, yes. So in other words, start with the target audience. Like some of you said, the need of the target audience, and then walk down and then get the product.
I would say both is still a bit of both, in the sense that, because as a startup now, let's say I'm good with an IT. I have IT solutions. I have IT products, right? And then I now think that, okay, I want to basically, my target, who are the people that if I have IT solutions, I'm an assistant and I feel okay for us now, for example, we're good with training, we're consultants. So basically, we already know our target market is going to be those who need consultant services, right? We know what this is. So now we already have product. We have basically our services, which is our product. And if you understand me, but then now we already know we fixed. This is going to be our market, right? Because our market needs this product. But even in that market, we're still going to rescue down our products to specifically meet each of their needs. So meaning that we're still going to think down, even though we have these general products, we basically, our products is not going to apply to everybody in that market. Right? So we're still going to basically still bring down more specific products. So these final products we basically have of maybe general trainings and all that.
Based on the need out there.
Which comes down to back to what I said, Othniel said, comes down to the experience. Because the needs, you get that from the experience. So that's why I said that both products and target market will go together, but the experience generates and moves the two of them.
All right.
That's what I was getting to.
Okay. Wow. It's a very enlightening discussion. And I believe our listeners have enjoyed it. So actually, we're going to talk about, because which is goals and target, we're going to talk about who you need and what you need. But we have said what you need is some way discussed, because we talked about the target audience, we talked about the product, right? We're able to, because it's the marriage between the product and the target audience that develops the markets, right? That is the market actually. The balance, not the balance, the flow between the product and the target audience is what creates the market, right? And then that will help you, of course. When in that market, if it's the currency that goes between the product and target audience is money. So money is always dynamic between those two, and then it keeps moving, and then that's the market, and then that will help you get to your goal, right? Your financial goal or your revenue goal, right? So I think we will stop here for now, and I want to thank. I don't know if Dr. Becky has any words or any as per the discussion that we've had, target audience.
No, I don't. I enjoyed everything that was said.
Okay, all right. Okay, thank you very much.
Okay.
And thank you, Mr. Mockley. Thank you, Dr. Paul. And
I said no, I don't. But I enjoyed everything that was said so far.
okay,
Sorry, I came in late.
no problem. Thank you very much. Okay, so our next episode, I think, I don't know, but I think we'll still continue the conversations on goals and targets. But if we see something more interesting, we'll definitely put it in. So I'm sure we had a very good time today talking about goals and targets, talking about target audience and our product, and the balance between the market and the customer experience. I'm sure we should do something on customer experience, which will be very, very enlightening for our listeners. All right. Till next time, thank you very much. Have a good day.
All right, bye.
All right, bye.
All right, bye.